Hi, Plain Jane here. So many times people ask me for our sauce recipe, and so I'm going to do a quick tutorial. Don't want to get anybody overwhelmed. Should take about 45 minutes to throw together, so keep that in mind while you're watching. My grandma was from outside of Rome. My grandpa was from Sicily, so they made two totally different sauces. This is my grandmother's, and this is my mother's. So I'm going to show you very quickly, but look, I grew up in a neighborhood in Buffalo, New York, and on that one city block was all my friends from their parents from different towns of Italy. I love all of their sauces. They're all delicious. It's just all different regions, different things. This is what we do, and I just want to share it with you real quick. All right, cuties. So, first of all, I love doing my sauce in a crock pot. You don't have to babysit it, be by the stove all day, be home all day stirring. So, I put about a cup of water in my crock pot first. Get that starting to get warmed up on high. You want to cook your sauce on high for about 4 hours, then lower it down. Get it to a boil, then lower it down. I use one of these big guys, 29 ounces of just plain sauce, tomato sauce. Two 15 ounces, and I did about 5 little pastes. There's 6 ounces, so 30 ounces total. Okay, got that all set. Fill the rest with water. If you need to like touch it up, this is a little thick. I keep my water here a little bit as I'm getting it nice and hot, and just keep, you know, you don't want to go over like 3/4 of the pot up to the top, because once you put all your meat in there, which is the secret to a delicious sauce, it's gonna crowd it, and you're gonna have to put another pot on the stove, which I will have to do anyway. But I'm just saying, you want to get most of your meat cooking all day in that sauce. Okay, so now where are we? Okay, and I'm gonna take you over here. All right, here's the meat part. You get yourself some good Italian sausage. We do make our own. My mother does it without the casing, which is delicious. But today I just bought Johnsonville. I just got some at my grocery store. Also, always have a good piece of pork or some country ribs or bone-in ribs. You always want that pork flavor. You want to get that nice and brown and seared as you do your sausage, which, oops, that's a little too much. I'm going to shut that off because then I'm going to cut that in thirds, and it's going in the sauce to cook all day. Here is the magic right here. This is, let me bring you over a little better. This right here, back here, is about 3/4 of an onion, minced up. 2 teaspoons of minced garlic for a little juice in there. 2 nice teaspoons. We don't measure. We don't measure. It's all love. Find the love. You'll get it. And then some basil. Another thing. Basil, salt and pepper, 2 teaspoons of garlic. Sprinkle your basil. Once it gets to this caramelized stage here, get a nice cab. I like this one. And you want to splash it in there and deglaze the pan with that, because that marries your whole sauce together. So a red, non-sweet, like a cab. Love the 19 Crimes. I love that guy for my sauce. And then you'll see the steam come up. That means that the alcohol's burning off. And so that's deglazing, and it marries your sauce together. It brings your sauce to a deeper red color, not that bright orange. We don't like bright orange. Okay, we like deeper red, and that wine is gonna do it. Then you've got your sausage. That's done. I'll be cooking that in thirds over there. Another big tip I want to tell you, because, everybody's from different places, but our school of thinking with our family, you don't ever use oregano in your pasta sauce. That is for pizza sauce. So save that for pizza sauce. The Italians that I grew up all around, it was a no-no. So keep that in mind. It's basil, and I use dried basil and garlic, and I use a lot of garlic, so I do buy the minced one. It's okay. It's wonderful. I mean, I use it so much. Unless I have something fresh from somebody, that's what I do. All right, now I'm gonna take you over to my meatballs, and this is 2 pounds of meat, a half a cup of minced onion, and then I grated the real Pecorino Romano. I use it on the mandolin here. I spray, this is a little trick, I spray olive oil, and then it grates beautiful on here. Now, another thing, my daughter's gluten-free, so I do my own breadcrumbs out of oats. So I did about a good cup and a half of these ground oats in my Ninja, but you can use just plain breadcrumbs. And so it's 3/4 cup of minced onion. It is whoops, I didn't need this measuring cup here. Oh, Sugarland. um, so 3/4 cup of onion, 1 egg. I do a splash of water. I don't know why. Maybe a splash of milk. It gets the meat tender. Your breadcrumbs, about a cup and a half. A good, I do a little 3/4 of a cup of pecorino romano, or you do the good Reggiano Parmigiano. I am an addict for this stuff, so I always put extra, and then I do extra on my pasta sauce after. And I'm gonna bake my meatballs today, and that is about it. The very last thing is always get a really good pasta. This is imported from Italy. Try to find one imported from Italy, because let me tell you something. They don't spray there like they do here, and it's better. It's better for you in every way if you're not going to make your own. It's just good. I don't think I forgot anything other than I got to turn my stove off before I get in trouble. But the last thing is that all this stuff gets thrown right into your pot of sauce. So let me do this one-handed here. Thanks for being with me, kids. All these kids in TV land. This goes right in your sauce. And I know it looks dark. It's because of the wine. But you just bring it to a caramel color, like a brown, a gorgeous brown. And then that gets mixed in. You won't believe how much flavor that gives it. That's the magic there. And then all the meat. The meat is what flavors the sauce. So go get it. Have a good time doing it. Be happy and go get it. Have a great day.